I'm ready to talk about the Khaleesi text. Mom, this is another Blake Lively thing, so you can just skip it. I have been building myself up to talk about this because there's so much in it that I know I can't really speak to it all in a timely manner. So I'm going to do my best right now. When I first heard about the Khaleesi reference in 2025, I thought it was like an offer friendship, to be honest. And when people were saying it was a threat, I had to go look it up. I will say that this text, which I will refer to as letter because it's so long, is a turning point. It's a turning point for me because I've been pretty fair, neutral, reserved in my judgment toward Blake. But I can totally see her as the problematic person you all have been seeing her as the whole time. This was a turning point for me. It actually made me question some of my previous opinions. I am definitely questioning my opinion that Blake wrote the rooftop scene. I'm also questioning my opinion about her self-esteem and all of that. I just see a different side of Blake. And to be honest, when I first read this, when I first really took it in, I was thinking, she's lost it. Because I perceive all the things that have happened in regards to the rooftop scene as her crashing out. So I thought this is her totally losing the plot because this is incoherent. But after much consideration, I realized it's just poorly written. That's why it seems all over the place. So to get started, I do want to acknowledge that this has several similar characteristics to Ryan's text to Colleen Hoover. Not as well executed, but they are there. And I understand why people think that he may have written it. I don't think he wrote it because it's poorly written. And I said in my assessment of that text to Colleen that he's a good writer. People push back. But if you compare these two, you can see why I think he's a good writer. Blake goes from sort of warm and neutral to a bit self-conscious to heavy-handed, and then to this, in my opinion, like ambiguous threat offer situation. And it might be such that the intent is to leave the reader confused. I am a very direct person, so to me it's like, why say all this stuff to not make it clear what you're saying?
So me think, why waste time? Say lot word when few word do trick.
Like, why not just say what you mean? But apparently that is a tactic, so maybe it's meant to be like this, or maybe she's just a poor writer. The first thing I want to note about the text that is similar to Ryan's text is that she does the thing where she says we when she really means you or I. In the text to Colleen, Ryan often said you and Blake, you and B. I said he was wanting Colleen to see them as the same, see them as equal. He's wanting to attribute Blake's assets to Colleen so that she sees her as the person she should sell her rights to if that was the situation. Here, I feel like Blake pairs her and Justin to equate them. We are partners, we are on the same level, but then also to hide how she feels. She says, we are two of the most determined people I know. We have very high bars set for ourselves. I feel like she's saying I'm the most determined person I know, and I have very high bars set for me. To collaborate with that type of partner is a gift that neither of us will squander. To collaborate with me is a gift you better not squander. Tell me what you think about that. I am also extremely curious about these jobs she talks about having gotten in the past that went bad. Because to me, these wounds she has about not being taken seriously as a writer, even though she was hired as a writer before, or hired as a true collaborator, this is her wound. This is why we're in this situation, because this wound is so deep and throbbing. She was looking to Justin to heal it for her. what were these jobs and what happened? Are these jobs that Ryan or her dad got her? Were they just vanity projects? What was that? And to finally get to the heart of this, the Khaleesi text, I feel like aside from that reference to her being Khaleesi and Ryan and Taylor being her dragons, she is saying, this is it. I am turning the corner. I was trying to be nice to you and trying to do it the right way. Now I'm going to do it the hard way. Now I'm going to use force. That's what I see here. She says, they also know I'm not always as good at making sure I'm seen and utilized for fear of threatening egos or fear of affecting the ease of process. They don't give a shit about that. And because of that, everyone listens to them with immense respect and enthusiasm. So I guess I have to stop worrying about people liking me. That is the signal to me. That to me shows why we're here. She was trying to not make things complicated. She was trying to not ruffle feathers, but now she sees that's what she has to do. And the fact that she uses the words enthusiasm and respect, which are also words she used to describe why Justin saying he didn't know pop culture was so offensive, signals to me that this is not necessarily about him rejecting her work as much as it is about him not giving her due praise. As contemporaries to Ryan and Taylor, she says this a lot throughout this text. She talks about how they are partners and these people are great and they think her stuff is great, and she helps them and they help her because she wants him to see her as contemporaries to them. He didn't put her in that position. And as some people said, him telling Taylor he didn't know pop culture is the same as him telling her that he doesn't know what's special about her. Lastly, she says, you'll appreciate that I'm Khaleesi, and like her, I happen to have a few dragons for better or worse, but usually for better. What is the worst? What else did they do? And she says, she calls them monsters. So we really all benefit from those gorgeous monsters of mine. What did they do? So I think that this is an offer where I'm making an offer to you. Though everything behind me can go toward us working together. But if you don't accept this offer, it's going to go against you. And I think that's where we are. I think Brandon Sklenar took the offer and we see where it's gotten him. I think she was offering Justin that same thing, but he wasn't in the position to say yes. And I don't think there's anything Justin could have done to prevent this outcome, because I think it was about where Blake is in her life. And I think the rules were so tricky that it could have been anything, because this isn't about the work. It's about where she sees herself and her place in the world. And no one can secure that but her and God, probably. So that's my assessment of the Khaleesi text. Let me know what you think. If you have anything else you want me to look at, please let me know. Follow me for more nuanced discussion and analysis of the situation with Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. Thank you.